I'll just gun on YouTube. This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the second album by American singer Sabrina Carpenter, based on this particular product. It's called Evolution, and it came out in the fall of 2016. This particular product came out in the fall of 2016. Now this particular product comes after the hit album Eyes Wide Open from 2015, as far as these first happened. And there's also a fair before that, which came out in the spring of 2014, which was Can't Blame a Girl for Trying, as far as these pitching album. Now, I've reviewed a couple of Sabrina Carpenter projects, but there is a third one that's going to surface probably further into 2027 or further with the within those further type phrase, as far as this pitching album. Within the aspect, it's the tone as far as saying distantly scheduled, but pitch like that's a hit type appeal. So being able to say, want to get back to Sabrina Carpenter, pitch like that. So some hit type appeals here within these aspects of banging typeness, definitely sit within the pitch. Now the first couple projects, Can't Blame a Girl for Trying and Eyes Wide Open, kind of had more folk pop, kind of more homestead typeness than the product as far as like the pitch. It just kind of presentable, kind of meet the family and fairs like that, since the pitch is kind of aspect to like more with like the transit type fare of the way that shit kind of was within the aspect of kind of like similar to like Rihanna and Kelly Clarkson kind of break free type songs, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock p.m. just sun peers and pitches like that. So those makeshift kind of rush hour type songs was the pitch as far as saying with like a like a mild kind of homestead type rhythm as well, with like a folk type sense. But the pitch behind this particular album, pitch like that, is it has more kind of cut loose on here, pitch like that, some good white noise and shopping mall type fizz, pitch like that. So instead of fries, so the aspects for us saying has a little bit more jump within the bounds of it, pitch like that, to some hit type appeal. Some surprising kind of Datpiff sheens on here as well within these type pitches. The aspects for us saying get to some of those type products, kind of taking like the aspect of like some of the more candid type Datpiff type tunes within pitches. Now, not to say as if it doesn't have the uncandid ones, but the pitch as far as saying candy kind of Datpiff, but then like the aspect of like ones that would kind of rise ones that feel like they could be on the radio, pitch like that, when you think possibly of like Meek Mill's Dream Chasers and like particular aspects of like Rob Level and some of these type folks, pitch like that amongst some of these type varieties. Wiz Khalifa and like the appropriate Wiz Khalifa on the more folks like Wiz Khalifa on the more radio bound type ones and pitch like that. Plenty of these type folks, there's plenty of these type folks that have had these particular aspects within like the radio bound typeness. This that typical kind of hustle dredge on particular hit songs like Thumbs and pitch like that. But there's a couple of these on here. Also then pitched as far as talking about some Target and Marshalls type music within pitch like that. So it kind of has the aspect of not just shopping mall type fizz and so on and tones, but also the pitch of just like the Muzak type fare, like the dredge factor of kind of the in between and just the the everyday pulsate and pitches like that. So it's within the first part saying pretty it has more rhythm and kind of like has more rhythm and kind of hands full this time as far as these first album, which is definitely an excellent type pitch. Now this album gets a 10 out of 10 within these aspects, banging type appeals. It's a good aspect to kind of see from like the new school type variety in terms of pop music, sometimes that fares with an aspect like the rhythmic type jump. It's kind of the pitch. Now this album was not as full bound chart centric, but particularly Thumbs was like a song that got over 300 million plays. 390 million plays, despite the fact of not having like any chart on like the Billboard 100 is full bound. It's not to say within the pitch, but some of these, they were kind of like top 40 like digital radio and on purpose, particularly hit 101 on the bubbling under 100 singles. It's a pitch for us saying it was kind of the aspect, but Sabrina Carpenter kind of came into like her shoes within these type pitches within the aspect as far as like the fare of more like the late 2010s and early 2020s. Within those type fares, she started to get along within the she started to really crest and pitch like that. It's the hit type appeal as far as saying within the aspect, but particularly she had been dropping albums since basically even age 14, pitch like that. So it started within the aspect of like the green ears kind of ness, like Justin Bieber within those type aspects of the pitch for us. But banging type ness, this is hit type album. This really does not feel within the adolescent type fare. I mean, the timbre of her voice makes it seem like she's within a youthful type sense, but other than that, the hit type appeal really has some candid typeness. This feels like the way Taylor Swift was back in 2006, in particular Justin Bieber was in 2010, with like the hit type appeals like his Justin Bieber with the way he was with his My World and My World 2.0 type albums from the late 2000s, early 2010s. It's been a little bit since I full bound touch base with My World 2.0, apart from Baby and some of those type ones. And somebody to love and pitch like that. It's kind of where I need to I have that particular song on my MP3 player, but just reading up with the pitch like that. But the hit type feels, as far as saying, so the hit type aspects here, good shot in the arm within these type pitches, like contemporary kind of new school type aspects within the pitch that really handles the aspect of getting towards like the product of this like rhythmic kind of everyday and pitch like that. Has some good jump note within the pitch, considering the factoid that Sabrina Carpenter was not quite 18 with some of these type pitches. It's not really within the dance club type variety, but there are like some aspects of like mingle type tunes, some SFW kind of step out type ones where it's kind of the pitch where I forget the full bound type phrase, but it's kind of like the aspect of talking about like an occasion that's just kind of more of like a socialite kind of gather as far as what's supposed to happen. Just some of those type ones the way YouTube would kind of have. It's kind of like a more youthful kind of swap meet type fair with the, when you think of the pitch like early 90s, kind of late 80s kind of swap meets and fairs like that. It's just some of those type aspects. I forget the tone, but just some of that Coachella type shit pitches like that within those type phrase. So a specific word for it. If I think of it within the full bound, by the time I edit this, I'll put it in the connotation. But just some of those just basic kind of gather and fraternize RSV. It's kind of gather and fraternize this RSVP type fair within pitch like that. YouTube does some of these type things, and maybe invitationals type of pitches. I think that's some of those type phrases pitch like that. But the hit type phrase for saying this good type product within the pitch behind it aspect for saying. But some of those type one shopping mall type white noise and pitch like that, just a good type phrase that just like some Datpiff kind of some Spotify bleeds as well within those type pitch. Now it's not as full bound much of a Spotify kind of gem. This really feels more of like rhythmic kind of everyday for like new school kind of 2010s type fair more so than like this let it bleed all day on Spotify and pitch like that. But it is the fair just saying it has particular fair just trendy kind of sparkiness. So I particularly look after here, so on purpose is a hitting type ones, like a brooding kind of vintage 2010s radio blah to get towards here, just come to grip, I'd say, within these type pitches, typical type format of some of these type fairs amongst like 2010s type product. It's the usual kind of get it togethers and pitches like that within the personal type everyday. So it's a pitch as far as saying products like that, this get some pick-me-ups in your system, fairs like that. Just an SFW type trudge, I'd say, just Target and Marshalls type fit, some of the fairs stores like that, some of these type places. Kohls and pitches like that. So it's the fair as far as saying on top of that within these type fairs there is smoke type product on here. Now within the pitch it's not going to be as full bound aspect within pitch, considering that Sabrina Carpenter was a good few years beneath the age of 21 pitch like that. So the fair as far as saying just getting towards some of these type products as far as just the tariff type fashion, probably having like the smoke type product within pitch from the male perspective as far as these pitch can have just kind of the product of this. There's some kind of driveway and kind of the aspect of just front yard type noise in pitch or backyard type noise in pitch, or just like sun peers and ketchup as far as what's supposed to happen to kind of get some smokish type air in there, get some of those particular strawberry, grape, and like blueberry swishers type lit within pitch like that. Is kind of product extra type fair, but it's kind of pitch with some of these Datpiff type ones. It's within the aspect as far as getting towards it, but it doesn't seem as full bound as if Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, it's not as if she wouldn't it within the pitch, but she's kind of a more like she has more SFW present. Sabrina Carpenter has more SFW presentation to keep up, so it's kind of pitch of maybe not having like the availability of being able to, but within pitch definitely is not frowned upon. To be honest, pitch like that, but thumbs the hitting type ones, like a solid SFW kind of Datpiff every day to get towards here, just get to motion, I'd say, pitch like that, the standard kind of hustle type grip and a more rhythmic kind of pop type sense. The swishers run definitely for a male perspective, pitch like that, hit type feels. Just embark for gals since the products pick up like a jean jacket since the fairest amongst a good nice product. So just kind of within the product, the product just shopping for divas since the pitch is kind of the aspect. Galley being like within the phrase, I know you got shit to do, since the products amongst it, just kind of get to the product to just get right for now, rendezvous in like 3 or 4 hours, pitch like that, since it to price, but the pitch for saying just pick up like some swishers, pitch like that, since the products just something aspect for Galley when the product of like the day fair is complete within those aspects for like the pitch, just good texture fairs like that, since the pitch is just a hollow pitch like that, got a good surprise since the pitch, but this is the aspect for saying just miss like the day fair, like the standard trudge pitch like that. It's kind of aspect within a Datpiff kind of grussel pitch like that. It's a good nice price within vanilla type sense section type pitches. The rest of these songs out this album are hitting as well within these type pitches. Now just within the pitch, 10 out of 10 album within these pitches. Recommend all the other 8 recommend the other 8 songs out this product in addition to the 2 singles pitch like that. So yeah, all 10s all 10 songs, 10 out of 10 album, pitch like that. So within the phrase, probably saying some of these type ones, particularly feels like loneliness, the hitting type ones, like a quality rhythmic kind of shopping mall white noise to get towards here, just out in the day scene. I definitely say just some hammets as far as this first kind of by hammets being hammered ups, pitch like that. So it's kind of probably just the kind of gallivant sounds that first within the pitch, just like the aspect. Kind of some lounge type spells, pitch like that. So it's kind of within the tone of this places where good rhythmic type music will kind of be bumping. So there's the pitch within the aspect is kind of the product of this getting. Then the pitch, if there, this felt like shopping mall every day back in 2016, 2017, 2018 was kind of pitched as far as saying just the product of some of these type of spots where it would kind of have a little bit more rhythmic jostle places like Wi-Fi clubs or some of these type of aspects in the tone. A nice pitch of some of these type products downtown kind of strip mall type squares where it had leftover type prices pitched like that. Since the place is kind of charge phone, get towards the product disc, standard Galvin pitch like that. There's plenty of type places. Now within more popular type places, it's going to be the aspect, obviously places like San Francisco, and particular like Denver, and since the places like that, aspects since that phrase, Chicago, since the places are going to have like these particular kind of depot type spots, kind of have some rhythmic kind of jump in places for like Galvin. But the pitch for saying something that fares within the aspect is kind of figure out the what to do. Is like the product just kind of out in the it's miss like some dacing, kind of just figuring out the next most pitch like that was something that just healthy type aspect. Good healthier type SFW type music pitch like that. And it's not to say healthy as if you have to be full bound if you have to be full bound sober as a gopher type pitch, but just the aspects of that phrase, just the midst like the vanilla kind of mall type dacing, and some of those dacing type phrase pitch like that. But hit type phrase, no words to hitting type ones, like a good these particular tunes like a good SFW and presentable type bounce send off, get towards here, just a mingle and promo type fare pitch like that. The socialite type fare, I'd say good easy product. Good nice products amongst it. Good nice fare to get like a groove going with the divas, some type pitches, the just initials. The good product of the how do you do some pitches like that. Been a spell since the pitches, the aspects parts just like the catch up type variety, some of these type pitches. If galleys with their posse kind of introduction type fare, some of those type pitches. I see you brought your tribe pitches like that. Do you take them to the watering hole since the pitches aspects like that? It's probably first kind of so just when the pitch for saying those particular fairs, just then the further type product and the hit type fries pitch like that is kind of good invitational and event type promo pitch like this is within the first part saying just get some hors d'oeuvres in your system first like that kind of product or this. Can to kind of BSings pitch like that. Now it's not to say within BSings like the product of just the aspect of active kind of active kind of event, small talk and pitch like that, hit that phrase. Now it's not to say within pitch is if like designating as full bound, okay, this is small talk type fare, but to designating full bound, oh, this is small talk type fare, but just the pitch, some of those type is having some sort of meme within those products to just kind of pitch like that. But within the variety, it's kind of pitch. Now, obviously, within the aspect, the particular, it's kind of pitch. It's the same, pretty much within the aspect, within the variety of having like, in the aspect, the likelihood of hearing some of these type ones within like kind of like socialite kind of invitationals, Instagram kind of invitationals, pitch like that would seem not as full bound candid, but just the pitch some stuff is just kind of house party type fits on top of that, just the pitch of this. BSings and pitch like that. So hit type phrase. Shadows is a real nice one. This has real banging type appeals, like a similar hitting jump to On Purpose, I'd say. Just Vanessa Carlton and Amy Lee type scoring, I'd say here. Good pitch like that. Just get some red wine for gal within these type pitches. Now within the fray, if this has been 10 years or a decade ago, pitch like that would have been the fray, not within those frays, within Sabrina Carpenter type fits, but the pitch for us saying the songs the fries in the aspect is paying attention, get some red wine gal system. It's very hot type song, diva, being hot, songs the pitches pulling off like that particular. Usually Sabrina Carpenter's a lot more healthy within the aspect, not to say healthy, but just the pitch, it is more kind of fizzy and kind of like fizzy kind of Target type bubbles and pitch like that. Some stuff here, so it's kind of pitch of seeing her with the particular eyeliner and more mascara type goth type fits, and the aspect a little bit more shadow type aspects. Good nice pitch, hot type fray for her pitch like that. Some good nice products amongst it. Edge looks pretty good on her pitch like that, hit type phrase. Mirage is a nice one as well. It's like a solid typical kind of 2010s lounge and music type relief to get towards here. Just Datpiff with like a healthy kind of some Datpiff with like a healthy kind of vanilla radio type snaz pitch like that. It's one of those sound off type ones in the pitch. It just like the just got done with things like the product like the next most. Kind of in a more healthy type sense of the aspect as far as saying paying attention like the product to this. Some of that relative type dredge I like, the aspect I like, the grit type factor, but kind of the pitch of this. Less kind of shadowy kind of Taco Bell type runs at 2 a.m. or 10 p.m. pitch like that, more within the variety of just going to pick up like some nachos or hitting up like a bowling alley, since a pitch like that is kind of spelled, just figuring out some modes. A little bit more weekday and SFW type friendly pitch like that, but just within like that typical kind of urban factor, good pitch like that. So hit type aspects. Run and hide's a nice one with these aspects as well. It's a good throwback kind of Sabrina, kind of get towards here. It reminds like the days of like Run and hide reminds like the days Eyes Wide Open and Can't Blame a Girl for Trying pitch like that. Hit type feels just some Homestead kind of pull aside, I'd say here. Just kind of Galley, just some good nice sun peer and pitch like that. Quick smoke since the fair is just tell me what new is since the pitch the kind of product is the same with particular diva, just catch up type fair. Like damn miss what the new is with you as far as these fairs gonna have a pitch like that, and then what's like 8 things you've been up to pitch like that since it type feels, just having like some churros pitch like that, some good nice price as far as this fair's gonna go. This would have been a pretty solid type radio type jump for Running high would have been a pretty solid type radio type jump back in like the earlier type days of Sabrina Carpenter pitch like that, with some hit type PLs. Definitely good solid sunset type connect pitches like that. Don't want it back to hitting type one as well as like a hitting kind of sun peer and being steely, I'd say pitch like this is kind of feeling a little bit more romantic and gaze at pitch like that. Hit type aspects, why so long face, some of these type aspects within the tone, definitely within the pitch of tell me more. Within these type aspects, tell me way more pitch like that. Within the standard gal pitch like that, get some nachos going on top of this and stuff. Price, this kind of aspect. Good follow-up type punch with run and hide as far as these aspects can have just kind of the pitch of within the pitch, this is kind of variety, one of those type ones that gets in smoke. Within the pitch, songs like Run and Hide and Don't Want It Back are kind of some ones that get some smoke product in their pitch like that, but it's kind of afraid of also paying attention like Galley within these type pitches as far as the aspect of not being so torn up within pitch that you kind of are zoning and falling half asleep pitch like that, and kind of just not paying attention to like what's kind of on said folks' mind pitch like that. So it's kind of pitch first thing, but some of those type ones it's kind of probably just good nice steely, candid, and personal type song pitch like that. Hit type peels. I don't think I'll talk about space. It's a nice one as well. It's like a nice in-between kind of tidying and preoccupy as far as these spells can have them. Just phone spells definitely pitch like that. This one strikes with a little bit more pitch and not quite as like glued to particular diva pitch like that. It's kind of phone spells pitch like that. Just catching up some of their phrase at particular pitch. If there's just there's this busyness type factor or business calls or something that probably should just preoccupy affairs like that. Just kind of get to some parkside swishers pitch like that. Just watch like the late news since affairs. Just get to dining since the parks. So it's kind of the aspect of this. Kind of some pitch of rhythmic and pop type flair within the aspect and not within the aspect of like the full bound consistent hosting pitch like that. And it's not to say within product of that being a problem whatsoever. Just kind of pitch of this song's kind of within pitch of figuring out next modes with diva in mind since the pitch amongst us. It's kind of fair as far as saying it's just kind of like a siesta pitch like that since the price. So kind of the pitch of if she has to work till 7 or something like that and you have a few hours pitch like that, 5 or something like that, or it's 3, something stuff pitch, kind of probably just getting some smokes in your system first like that. Go pick up like you'll pick up like some chili cheese Fritos aspects like that, hit type pitch, but it's the price and it's kind of in between type products that pitch like that, figure out the modes, get some chore type error pitch like that since the product's done, pay some bills pitch like that. Meme dive, figure out some mixtapes with some of these type pitch, but it's the aspects as far as it's particular hit type feels. All we have is love is nice as well within these aspects, like a basic kind of Target music dredge to get towards here and sun peer as far as these aspects can happen. Just kind of commute type song within these aspects is catch up. Definite good nice hit type phrase to catch up to some really seeing the POV type aspect with what Gal kind of has within these pitch as far as the fair. Get a load of this particular, get a load of Shakespeare over here as far as these pitch can happen. Just the aspects for saying you look pretty much just like them as far as this pitch can happen. Just spit an image as far as these fairs can happen. Just the pitch as far as saying, but paying attention towards it, just the product kind of it. Some of that Target music type aspect and tone good pitch like that is kind of the fair. So side one's just the basic kind of rhythmic type, basic hitting rhythmic type blase as far as these fares going to happen. Goes along pretty well with run and hide and don't want it back, but it's the pitch as far as saying just a little bit more. I miss like the transit type fares amongst the pitch like this. So it's kind of fares just getting the leftover utility and fares like that taking care of some of the pitches, but kind of within the aspect. Some of these type phrases just kind of miss like the prime time and evening type seeing this out in the fray, but kind of the pitch of doesn't strike me as much full bound homebound pitch like that, but it's kind of fair disc. Say within these pitches, Joyride or Parkside sends the pitches within the tone behind, but it's kind of the product of good, nice hot spot to gab with Galley as far as this pitch count. So accent type product as far as this pitch count, but paying attention like the product pitch like that. So hit type peels, 10 out of 10 out, and pitch like that. Hit type products amongst it. So Score's gonna go ahead and get a 10 out of 10 within the capital type peels. Sabrina Carpenter is like one of the new era type Taylor Swift's and Katy Perry's pitch like that. So hit type phrases, the aspects for us saying pretty candid type nest. Even these early type albums when she was 15, 16, 17, pitch like that had some hit type nest. So the products for us saying this real stellar and prodigal as far as these first got excellent type pitches amongst it, but the variety as far as saying is paying attention, hit type products as far as getting towards these, so kind of the rhythmic type aspect, kind of similar to how Ariana Grande was selling type pitches would kind of mix like Target type music pairs like that within like the pitch of talking about within the particular phrase of some Datpiff kind of some Datpiff and rhythmic kind of some Datpiff and rhythmic kind of grind within the pitch, but not so much within the full bound type grind and miss like the product like muscle type fare within pitches of this. Stacking in massive kind of hell type work with just the pitch, just Aaron type fare within a more target type sense and pitches like standard music type SFW everyday type shopping pitch like that, picking up like some standard aspects, blank CDs for Diva sense of pitches, aspects like that. Getting like some breath spray and pitches like that, sense of products, hairspray and pitches like that. So some of these type prices, pitch standard pickups, pitch like that. Good music type transits, some some good music type transits, some healthy kind of invitational type nonsense pitch like that, and small talk, some porch type fair pitches like that, some parkside type fair sense of pitches. The aspects part of saying this is good, nice pitches on top of that. It's kind of hit type appeal amongst the aspects of pitch like that, but get some swishers runs in there on top of that sense of pitch. This kind of product, some of these type fairs get some good nice moments to get smoked up too, pitch like that within the fray of balancing like the product of like keeping having said Diva Station pitch like this, hit up as far as the pitch, as far as saying in terms of that 10 out of 10 social. So within the pitch, as far as getting towards it, like in terms of the future, like Sabrina Carpenter dropped an album in the summer 2025 pitch like that. So some hit type phrase within those aspects, kind of the fair as far as saying. So a number of these I'm going to start getting towards more within sense of pitches, including the one that I did back in 2025 that's going to come out in 2027. So some of those type aspects definitely pay attention, like the hit type variety, hit type aspects here, good classic easy within these type pitches. It's very trendy and sparky type album within the aspect that has some good aesthetics and pitch like that definitely nails the appeal.